I was about 10 years old when I started that because I was in the village and where I grew up. After my leaving my aunt's house, I went to my grandma, and we had to like do something. You know, we had to work to contribute at home, to buy oil, to buy food, and also for our scholarship, for books. So we have to do. You have to work, and that's how we started. Even though that work was meant for adults, but we didn't have any option, so we take what we had at the time.
I mean, it had to teach you discipline. There had to be like some positive. It's terrible that you had to do that at 10, but
Yeah.
there had to be some positive aspects of it, some positive repercussions of it.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I didn't like my life, and I always feel like I miss my childhood. Like it's something missing in it because it's been too much frustration
Yeah.
in my life. You know, like I had to work by that age, and it wasn't enough. Like when school starts all the time, I gonna go to school, and most of the time still didn't have a pen to take note or a notebook to write on it. Sometimes no shoes or clothes, just have to wear like my uniform was tear all over, and I was frustrated to look around and see other kids looking good. You know, they went to they went in vacation to this family member, came back with all brand new stuff, and I was just there looking crappy with my. I had to like take my old book and look for an empty page to take a note, hoping that when I have a book, I will copy the note from this year in the new book. But at first, I always had to use the old book, and most of the time, teachers, they don't understand why you don't have a book. They don't understand why you don't have a pen. Sometimes they just think that you didn't tell your parents. You should uh, tell your parents so they can buy it for you. They don't understand that you can't not just afford it. You know, your parent can't, and they'll kick you out from the classroom. Maybe
Really?
just to say, go tell your parents, and
And you couldn't tell them we can't afford it. You didn't want to say it.
then they knew,
They
but
knew.
what can they do?
Right.
Nothing, you know, because most of the time it's gonna be even with the money that I worked that they're gonna buy my pen or my book.
Yeah.
But you work sometime and they don't pay you right away. It's maybe after months, you know. So all the process, and sometimes they'll just kick you out from the school because of the scholarship fee. You haven't paid on time, so they kick you out. So I was subject of shame to other kids,
Yeah.
you know, because all the time when they kick you out in front of 50, 60 students, it's not a good thing, you know. And I couldn't have a friend because you know how things work. You have to be able to bring something on the table to enjoy, you know. But since you don't even have a pen or a book to take note, nobody expect you to bring a lunch or to buy something in the break time to share with them. So they don't want to share with you since they don't have any hope that you will have something to share with them. And I was always in retreat. I always stay in retreat, and that's how I technically grew up by myself. I end up like not even trying to have a friend. I'm like, okay, this is my situation. Maybe I feel okay, just retreat myself, not just to try all the time. I get shame of it all the time,
Yeah.
you know. I retreat and don't have to deal with these people with their opinion on me. And but that motivated me at some point. I'm like, damn, look, this kid, they are looking at me like I worth nothing. But technically, I worth more than them because I'm working, you know. Even though what I have is less than what they have, I deserve what I have. I work hard for it. And they don't work, they don't deserve shit. They are just a kid.
Right.
They work and their parents provide for them. I'm not just lucky. I'm not just lucky to have the chance, but I'm still trying, which means I'm not bad at the end of the day, you know. So that pushed me to, like, from there, I wanted something to prove them wrong. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do something that's gonna prove this kid that I'm not beneath them.
So that gave you motivation.
Yes, that gave me motivation because that frustration, I was full of frustration, and I want to, like, drive this into something. Like, I have to prove them. I can't go to the party. I can't I can't have friends as anyone, and I have to work hard than anyone. You know, my school was like, my middle school was, I think, about 6 miles from home. So it took me almost 2 hours to get at school.
So you walked?
Yeah, so I walked around about 2 hours. And before meet the first student is at least after like 40 minutes walk, you know. So I have to wake up at 5, just get ready, start work. Sometime with not eating. Then I get to school, and the school close at maybe 4 to 5. But since I didn't eat in the morning, by noon, 1 or 2, I'm hungry, I'm starving. I can't take it anymore. I will leave school sometime, you know, just because I was hungry. Or if I had a chance to have breakfast or something, I won't eat before I leave home, because I know if I eat at 5 or 6, I will get hungry early. I will take it at school to eat maybe around 10, so I can resist until the end, you know. And that's how I did it this entire time. So my process was all different from other kids, and nobody could have understand that. You know, he was just on me, and I was the only one knowing what I'm dealing with exactly to get there. So, and all those things kept frustrating me. I'm like, I'm gonna show this. I'm gonna show them. Like,
how long did you have to work in these sand mines?
Until I left school. Until I left school, I was 17. And then I kept doing it. And then
so you did it from 10 to 17? You did it all through school?
Yeah.
And when
that was the only thing to do.
Right. When did you do it? Like, if you went to school during the day, when did you work in the sand mines?
Over the weekend, over the holidays.
I saw that you went back recently, and you're taking photos of you in the sand mine where you worked as a boy. Did I see that on Instagram?
Yeah.
What was that like?
I always do that.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, when I'm home, I always like to do that. It's kind of like, it really hurts me to remember everything, like where I came from, how he was, you know. Every time that I go back home, I will go back to all those places that I used to work there. I hated this thing growing up. Oh, you can imagine. I hated the sand mine, everything. I hated my life. But today, it seems like a fuel for my life today. I have to fill up from that life.